Hey traders, John Howell here. Today I'm going to be giving you my ultimate price target, and I have two for the S&P and also for the Nasdaq for the next 12 months or by the end of next year. So that's what I'm going to be giving you in today's video. Let's get straight into it. Don't place a trade based on what you'll see in this video because there is no guarantees of making a profit in the market. It takes you a long time to become a good trader. So this video here is just to educate you to become a much better trader. Hey traders, I'm running a webinar today and I'm going to be teaching you my #1 trading system that I've been trading for majority of my trading career. Plus I'm going to share with you the 3 secrets that I use to go from $250,000 in debt to making a full-time income. Very first link in the description, guys, click on that, join me for my next free webinar and I'll see you there. Alrighty traders, so let's get straight into it. I want to preface this by starting off by saying that right now, so many people are still believing the market's going to crash. I'm still seeing headlines. I'm still seeing, you know, all this sort of stuff out there, okay? And this is just what my analysis is telling me right now, okay? My analysis is telling me of where we are likely to be by the end of next year. Right now, today is 13th of December, 2021. And by the end of next year, by 2022, this is where I believe we are going, or we would have hit these priced targets. Now I have a first target, and then I have an absolute just crazy second target. But I'm going to share those with you in today's video, and that's going to be, the first one's going to be the SP 500. And the next one is going to be the Nasdaq. Now, guys, this is just what my analysis tells me. This is just what I see from all the fundamental analysis behind what actually moves these markets, not the headlines, okay? The headlines don't move the market. It's the other things, right? It's the bonds, it's the interest rates, it's liquidity, it's QE, it's all this sort of stuff out there that really moves the market, and where I see we are going. So this is me putting my neck out there. So many people are calling crash and we're going to have a devastating, all this sort of stuff. I believe next year we are likely to be hitting these price targets. So let me just share those with you right now. So the S&P 500, my price target, I've done my analysis and I've done all my analysis. I should wait for the end. I should wait for the start of next year to then do my analysis. But looking at my analysis, I have 2 price targets of where I believe we are likely to be heading towards. My first target is 6,200 on the S&P 500. Right now you can see that we are at 4,700 and 12 on the S&P 500. This is the index here. This is not the future. This is the index. But I believe next year we are going towards 6,200. Now, if we do that pretty quickly, like within the first six months or so, then I believe we're likely to hit 7,500 or almost 7,000. Pretty much almost 7,000. Yeah, 7,500, 7,600. This area through here. So these are the 2 price projections. Again, guys, you may completely disagree with me. This is just what my technical analysis and also me wrapping that around with all the fundamental analysis that are what I see here. Most people are calling crash. I'm saying no. We are getting ready for one of the most craziest moves to the upside. And by the way, guys, in a very big, strong bull market like we've had in the this is not strong. A 20+% return for the year is not strong. Go back and look at history, guys. We've had like 40, 50%, almost 60% increases in 1 year. Like 20% is nothing. You wait till you guys, and ladies, gentlemen, boys and girls, people of all ages, you wait till you see what the market's got in store for you, because all these negative people out there and all the negative sentiment out there tells me exactly where we are right now in the cycle of things. And we're definitely not at the top of the market. Now, guys, this is for the stock market only. This has nothing to do, this is just for the stock market. I'm not relating this to any other market out there, minus crypto, so on and so forth. They're individual markets, so don't say, well, he says the stock market's going to go up, so therefore his other markets should go up. This analysis here is just for the S&P 500. So you may think I'm crazy. You may think I'm absolutely crazy by sharing this with you, but these are my 2 price targets, and I'm putting my neck out there. By the end of next year, my first target is 6,200. And if we get there, say by the middle of next year, if we really start to move by the middle of next year, then I believe we're going to get to 7,500. I'm calling for that. So that's what I'm seeing through there, guys. Again, guys, my ultimate first target is 6,200. Right now, we're 4,700 on the S&P 500. So, and the Nasdaq, again, I did the exact same thing on the Nasdaq. And the Nasdaq right now is at 16,331. This is the Nasdaq index here. And I've done my analysis by looking at the good old Nasdaq. And I say my analysis says, my overall analysis, okay, guys, my overall analysis. This is long-term analysis. That means we're going to get down weeks. We're going to get down months, okay? So this is not like up every single day, okay? It's overall price targets. And you must, throughout the year, you're going to get these swings. This is my overall end of year price targets. My first target for the good old Nasdaq is 22,000. 22,000 on the Nasdaq initially. So from this point where we are right now, I believe that by the end of next year, we're gonna. My first target is 22,000, and then if we get there, by say 6-7 months or whatever, then my next target is way up there at 27,000. Now I know that sounds crazy, but that there is a 65% increase in the markets. That's a little scary, I know, but my first target is this one here, which is just a 30% rise, which is actually not that big, by the way. Again, if you go back and look at history, that's actually nothing. So I'm getting ready for one crazy move. I know that sounds crazy, guys, but this is just what my analysis says. Again, my first target, that second target, oh, I don't know about that, especially on the Nasdaq. But if we really start to get heated up into next year, guys, then that's where I believe we are going. So this is me putting my neck out in the line. I know a lot of people, a lot of people out there are saying these markets are going to crash and then it's all over and so on and so forth. By the way that I'm looking at these markets, guys, this to me, we are about to see one of the most craziest bull markets we've ever seen. And just by looking at what we've experienced through 2021, which really hasn't been a big bull market, really. It's like we've just been slowly stair-stepping, right? We haven't been like vertical at all. Like we haven't really made big moves at all when we're looking at these markets here. So, just by looking at these markets and looking at this here, yeah, we've stair-stepped higher and yeah, we're up 20%, guys, but that's nothing. As I said before, if you go back in history, there's been many, many, many years where we've done 30, 40, 50%, sometimes 50+% in 1 year. Now, I know that's extreme, but just go back and look at the roaring 20s, right? From 2021 to 2029, 87, obviously all the bubbles that increased. Now, I do believe that this is going to be an incredible, incredible move to the upside, then followed by an incredible devastation for people in the markets. And what's likely to happen is this. For now, right now, when I'm looking at the Nasdaq and looking at the S&P 500, for now, a lot of people are saying that the market's going to crash, okay? Because that's the mentality around where we are right now. As we continue moving forward and through to next year, then the mentality is going to be, are you in the stock market? Are you in the stock market? Oh my goodness, I just bought some shares and then people that I know are going to be talking about getting into the stock market and then you're going to see these articles just like with crypto, right? These articles, this guy made millions of dollars trading this crypto and this guy made this money. You're going to hear those headlines, but in the stock market, I just made $6 million trading the stock market this year and all this sort of stuff. You're going to hear those headlines. When you hear that, just like we have been in the last, just like we have been right in the last sort of 12 months or so in the crypto market, as I'm doing this recording anyway, you're hearing those headlines, right? It's no wonder we've actually had some really big almost 50% pullbacks and so on and so forth. 50% retracements in the crypto market. It's been very, very volatile as of today. But the mentality over there, right, is like, you notice the mentality is like, I made all this money. I made millions of dollars here. Oh my goodness, I'm in the crypto market, and everyone wants to be part of that. A lot of people right now, the mentality, the herd mentality, the public mentality is that this cannot keep going on. We're in the biggest bubble of all lifetime, and it's all over. Now, traders, I'm not saying we're not going to go down from here. That can happen, right? But we do get pullbacks in bull markets, okay? We get pullbacks for a month or so. So that's going to happen as we go up. But the herd mentality right now is that we are going to crash. That's the herd mentality. But as we continue to start to make our headway and we start to see one incredible move to the upside on the S&P 500, again to my 6,200 and then ultimately 7,500 on the S&P. As we start to do this, you're going to start to hear the mentality of the market change from this market's going to crash to like we've just had 4 weeks or 6 weeks of continued upward movement. And then you're going to hear, and then as this market continues going, and you're going to start to hear stories about, oh my goodness, I'm going to get my gardener who's going to buy some shares. I'm going to hear some people at the gym who have nothing to do with the share market going to buy some shares. I'm going to hear my brother-in-law who's a landscape gardener. He's going to start talking about, buying some shares. And then you're going to hear these headlines of people how they made millions of dollars trading the stock market, and it's going to be going crazy. That's the time when you start to hear that. That's the time for you to say, whoa. That's the time, if you're an investor, to start putting a protection in place or start to rein back those horses really quickly, because not that day, but within a few months, you're probably going to start to see a bit of a top in the markets. They're the mentality. That's the mentality around tops and where we are in the markets. Right now, we are not at the top of the market. Yes, we can get pullbacks. Yes, we can get corrections in the stock market, but that is not a top. It's just a pullback to shake the weak hands out, okay, and to shake the little weenie babies out, and then the market's probably going to rise again. We are not at the top of the market yet. I wouldn't want to be fighting it, and most people are calling crash. I know, because all this sort of stuff. So I'm putting my neck out there right now to say by the end of 2022, we would have seen and experienced one of the most craziest bull markets we've seen in a long time. And again, at least a 6,200, if not a 7,500 by the end of next year. Again, guys, I know this sounds crazy, but this is what here. But once again, traders, I want to reiterate, the mentality of where we are right now is not tops, okay? If most people are bearish these markets right now, which they are, about all I'm hearing is how bad things are and how it's going to roll over, and Europe inverted yield curve or bond market and all this sort of stuff, right? That's all I'm hearing. That's not the voices of tops in markets. Voices and tops in markets like, oh my goodness, I made $1 million, or this guy made $1 million trading this stock, or this guy made $1 million, or this thing's going to the moon, oh my goodness, you should be, and then everyone's talking about that market, right? Just like the crypto market right now, or just like the crypto market has been in the past. You notice that, right? You hear it so much. That's when you start to say, whoa, things are getting pretty bad. But right now, we are not at the top of the markets. I don't believe we're going to see a crash. We can get corrections like another 5 or 6 or 7 or even a 10% correction. Yes, we can get those corrections and then still make a very, very, very big bull market, because we do get these nice big 6, 7, 8 pullbacks, corrections in the markets. But I believe we are going to experience one of the most greatest bull markets in history. So once again, right now, today's date is the 13th of December, 2021. And my projection is that for by the end of the next year, we've seen 6,200. And if we get there by, say, middle of next year, then my ultimate target is 7,500 on the S&P 500.